Harley-Davidson almost disappeared. Not because of a war, not because of a rival, because its own reputation was falling apart. By the late 1970s, riders were frustrated, dealers were frustrated, and Japanese motorcycles were taking over the market. Honda was growing, Kawasaki was growing, and Harley-Davidson was struggling to keep up. For the first time in decades, the company looked vulnerable. Some people believed Harley's best days were over. Others thought bankruptcy was only a matter of time. But one man refused to believe it. His name was Vaughn Beals, and he was about to make one of the biggest gambles in motorcycle history. In 1981, Beals and a group of 12 other Harley executives did something almost nobody expected. They bought Harley-Davidson back from AMF. Think about that for a moment. The people running the company decided to bet on the company, their own futures, their own reputations, their own money. Everything was on the line. And Harley came with a lot of problems, quality issues, falling confidence, growing competition from Japan. The easy part was buying Harley. The hard part was fixing it. The new leadership knew they couldn't win by copying Honda. They couldn't beat Kawasaki by becoming Kawasaki. If Harley was going to survive, it had to become the best version of itself. So they got to work. Factories were reorganized. Quality standards were tightened. Workers were encouraged to stop production if they saw problems. For the first time in years, every motorcycle mattered again. Slowly, things began to change. Bikes became more reliable, dealers regained confidence, and riders started believing in Harley again. The company that many thought was finished began climbing back, one motorcycle at a time, one rider at a time. Looking back today, it's hard to imagine Harley-Davidson disappearing. But in the early 1980s, that possibility was very real. Without Vaughn Beals and the 13 executives who took that risk, Harley-Davidson might be nothing more than a chapter in motorcycle history. Instead, it became one of the greatest comeback stories in American business. They didn't just save a company, they saved a culture, a community, a way of life. But Harley's comeback story wasn't over, because the next challenge wouldn't come from a boardroom. It would come from the riders themselves, and it would change Harley-Davidson forever. If you want that story, subscribe.